I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We are going through each chapter of the Bible in 5 minutes, Lord willing, and today we're on Exodus chapter 37. Thanks for joining us for our study. There's a free PDF, the one you're about to see up on the screen on our website. You can download it for free. Exodus 37, when did these events happen? God delivered the children of Israel, the Israelite nation, from slavery in Egypt about 1491 BC. Now, chapter 40, which we haven't covered yet, chapter 40, verse 2 tells us that the tabernacle was finished and erected for the first time 1 year after the Israelites left Egypt. So we're somewhere in between, probably about 6 months after they left Egypt and the time that the tabernacle is finished 1 year later. Our characters are the same. I'm not going to take a lot of time here. We have Moses, we have the Israelites, who are also known as the Hebrews, and then I do want to kind of reintroduce Bezalel and Aholiab, because they're only mentioned in a few chapters. These were two men who were especially gifted by the Spirit of God to be skilled in craftsmanship to create the holy items that were going to go into the tabernacle. In terms of where these events took place, Moses relayed God's instructions to the Israelites about building the tabernacle when they were encamped at Mount Sinai, which is down in the fork of the Red Sea there at the bottom of the map. This chapter is all about the creation of the holy items that went into the tabernacle. So in our first section, verses 1 through 9, we're going to talk about the making of the Ark of the Covenant. Bezalel, who was this craftsman, made the Ark of the Covenant from acacia wood, and he covered it with gold. The Ark surprisingly wasn't really that big. It was about 2.5 cubits long, 1.5 cubits wide. A ring was fixed to each of the 4 feet of the Ark so it could be carried on 2 poles. The poles were also made of acacia wood and overlaid with gold. Next, Bezalel made a mercy seat. And we don't exactly know what this looks like, but it sat on top of the Ark of the Covenant. And on top of the mercy seat, he built 2 cherubim figures, angelic figures, whose wings spread across the ark and touched in the middle. Next up, in verses 10 through 16, we talk about the making of the table for the bread of the presence. So Bezalel made a table that was supposed to sit in the holy place, or the first room of the tabernacle. The table was made of acacia wood, and it was overlaid with gold. It was 2 cubits long, 1 cubit wide, and 1.5 cubits tall. And it also had rings affixed near the legs of the table so that it could be carried on poles, just like the Ark of the Covenant. The plates, the vessels, and all of the instruments for the table were made out of pure gold. After this, we're told that Bezalel made the golden lampstand, verses 17 through 24. So he made this lampstand for the tabernacle from 1 solid piece of gold. And I can't remember if it's this text or another text that says that it was made out of 1 talent of gold, which is like 60 to 70 pounds. It's a lot of gold. This lampstand had a center column and then 3 branches on each of its side that stemmed out from the center. Each branch was decorated with gold cups that were shaped like almond blossoms, and the center column was adorned with 4 cups shaped like almond blossoms. So this would have probably been a pretty incredible piece of goldsmithing. And all the utensils for the lampstand were made out of pure gold. And then verses 25 through 29 tell us about the creation of the last couple items, at least for this chapter. The making of the altar of incense is up first. So Bezalel made an altar of incense that was supposed to sit in the holy place, and it was supposed to sit in front of the veil of the tabernacle, the veil that separated the holy place from the most holy place. The altar was to be made out of acacia wood and overlaid with gold. It was to be 1 cubit long, 1 cubit wide, and 2 cubits tall, with horns of gold. And it also had 4 rings, that way it could be carried on poles like these other items in the tabernacle. Finally, Bezalel made 2 other things. First, he made some holy anointing oil. This was going to be used to anoint the priests, and it was very special for only that purpose. And then he made incense, special kind of incense that was to be burned only in the tabernacle. And so that is Exodus chapter 37. If you want some help visualizing all of these things, there's a to scale model on the PDF. Go out there and download that if you can't see it on YouTube. But you'll see, you go into the first room of the tabernacle, the holy place, and you've got the table for the bread of the presence, the lampstand, and the altar of incense sits right before the veil as you go into the most holy place. And then the only thing in the most holy place is the Ark of the Covenant. So that's all we've got for today. Make sure to join us again, Lord willing, tomorrow for Exodus chapter 38, and I hope you have a great day.